Welcome to your first official flute lesson. We are going to be making our first sound on the flute, or for some of you revising how to find a really good natural embouchure, how to position the flute correctly, all of that. If you are new around here and considering this is a beginner flute lesson that I'm guessing many of you are, my name is Tatiana. This is the Flute Practice, a space to help adult flutists like you learn how to play the flute and get a lot of joy out of doing it. The first step in this process is to help you form a very natural embouchure. Now, as an adult, you probably have some ideas or preconceived ideas of how you play the flute. Maybe you don't even realize it, but you are going to 10 to 1 try to do something with your embouchure or try to achieve something. And I want you to get all of that out of your mind, put it aside. Imagine you are really a child starting this. You have no idea. You've never even seen anybody play the flute before. And just come at this completely fresh, following my instructions carefully. We're going to start by just very naturally putting those lips together like this. Now we're going to say like you're tasting something delicious or smelling something delicious. And when I'm doing this, I'm looking to get quite nice, smooth lips, as smooth as possible. A gentle little bit of pulling here, like that. Because from that we're now going to give a little purr. The purr is really just letting the air come through the lips and just separate them into a little popping purr like this. And the there just to help give a little bit of pressure of the top and the bottom lip towards each other. They just very gently kind of press towards each other a little bit to allow the lips to be firm enough that when that air pops through, it does create a little p sound. Like that. Another nice way of imagining this, a little bit gross, but imagine you're blowing little spit bubbles like that. Okay, I know. Although this space really is about teaching adults to play the flute, it's funny how often we have to revert back to being children. And this is one of those moments. So imagine you're 2 years old and blowing little spit bubbles. So we get those lips gently together and the You should feel those lips kind of popping forward and outward like that. We're going to bring the camera right up close. You get to see my face nice and close, just so you can really see this movement. So the lips are smooth. Like that. Now, if your lips aren't 100% smooth, that is okay. You just want to get them slightly pulled smoother at the very least to get the like that. What we absolutely do not want is any of that squeezing, pinching, pulling, any of that. For any of you who were ever taught to play the flute while smiling, I'm so sorry. Let's put it aside. It's done. We're learning a new way now. So just a gentle, yummy. You know, I could send you off and you could just practice that for an entire week. Just those little purrs. We are going to go on there in a moment. But what I want you to do before you do that is go and look in a mirror. Go do this exercise in a mirror and go and look at your, what is essentially now your embouchure. So the way that your mouth is forming to create the sound eventually for the flute. Just go look at it and just watch what you're doing. And especially I want you to look where specifically is the opening of your lips forming. This is really important for a moment when we pick up your head joint and start to position that flute and play. So that's your little bit of homework. You can pause this video, you can come back in a moment, go and look in front of a mirror, go and just get those purrs going, find it, and see where is that opening forming. And if you're back, we are going to pick up your flute, but more specifically, we are just picking up your head joint. So that's this part over here, where we are going to obviously blow into. A reminder, do not grab it by the lip plate. Try and grab it at the pipe or just kind of get it at the edge here. I'm going to take your head joint. And now let's look at how to position the flute. So the flute is going to sit underneath your lower lip. Now, depending on your lip, some people have got fuller lips, some people have thinner lips. It's going to determine how high or low it's going to sit on that lip. But the important thing here is that we actually want that lower lip to cover a part of that tone hole, of that opening of that flute. We actually want that lower lip to kind of sulk or pout over the edge a little bit. That is actually going to cover that tone hole. About 1/3 to 1/4 of that tone hole eventually is going to be covered. So we want to allow that lower lip to do that. And a really critical mistake that students make here is that they put the flute too high up and get used to playing with it too high up. So rather what we're going to do is we're going to put the flute quite low, really underneath your lip. And then we're just going to kind of scooch it up so that you can still sulk over the edge of your flute just a bit. Like that. Now in a moment, we're going to try with our puzz into the flute, and if you're getting no sound, you can then scooch the flute slightly higher up, but do not go too high out the gate here. Rather go too low and bring it up slowly. Okay, so bring it down, scooching it up, so you can kind of pout and sulk over the edge of the flute. We're going to come in really close here, but you're going to see that the bottom lip kind of almost becomes straight and flat as that flute kind of scooches up to it. We get this kind of straight, flat line there that forms, just like that. Now, once that flute is in position, you can either look in a mirror and you can just check that the lower lip is covering, not too much. So if you see it kind of covering more than half of that flute, that's too much. It should just be covering about 1/3 to 1/4 of that flute, just like that. So that amount more or less. If you look in the mirror and you see that inside edge of the flute kind of glinting forward, let me see if I can get this for you. So you're looking and you can see that little edge kind of glistening forward like that. That's usually a sign that it's too far out. Okay, so I'm going to teach you a really important concept here, which is to roll the flute in and out, and it's exactly what it sounds like. So if you roll it in, you're going to roll that flute in towards you. If you roll out, you're going to roll it out away from you, just like that. Okay, so if you see that little outside edge glinting out like I just showed you now, you're too rolled out, you need to roll in. So get that flute more rolled in again. You'll actually feel that lower lip kind of nestling into that little kind of wedge of the tone hole there. So find it there. If you look in the mirror and you see, whoa, like your lip is covering almost half of that tone hole, you know what you need to do? You need to roll out. Just literally roll that flute out a little bit. Just like that. Good. All right. We're going to just try our puzz now and see what happens. And then we're going to troubleshoot a couple of issues. To start with, I want you to just start with that flute in the center, right in the middle of your lips. Start there. Again, we're going to troubleshoot in a moment. And we're just going to do and then like that. Just like that. Now, if you're not getting a sound yet, do not panic. This doesn't mean anything. This is completely normal. There are a couple of reasons why this might be happening. The first reason is that perhaps your lips aren't pressing quite firmly enough against each other. So top and bottom here, not on the sides here. So top and bottom here. Just before the p, let the top and the bottom press a little bit more and see if that helps. It essentially will actually make your opening a little bit smaller. That's perfect. You might also just not be using enough air. So I want you for now, we're going to get into breathing, but just take in a bit of a fuller breath and just let the air escape. Just like that on the p. So those are the two common reasons why you might not be getting a sound out initially. The other really big reasons though, of course, you might be too rolled in or out. So change the rolling in or out a little bit here. Or we might need to reposition your head joint slightly. Because, remember I asked you to look in the mirror to check where your purrs were. Some of you might discover that your purrs are forming off to one or the other side, ever so slightly. And if that is the case, you need to position the head joint so that the opening of your lips and the opening of the tone hole of the flute are nicely lined up. This is so, so critical. So if you hear off to the side like this, you're going to want to position the flute off to that side to catch the air directly at a 90-degree angle. Okay, if you're off here, just like that. So you're going to want to find the spot where the air is absolutely going dead center and Coming back to our idea of mentality, staying playful and staying curious and staying inquisitive here, rather than I should be able to get this, or I know how to play the flute, or I have to be able to do this. I want you to think, what happens if? What happens if I move the flute from side to side? Does the sound get better? Does it get worse? What happens if I roll that flute in and out? Does the sound get better? Does the sound get worse? What happens if I just lift that flute up and down on my lip? Does it get better? Does it get worse? Just playing with this position until you find it. And it might be a question of, for an entire week, just going and not getting any sound out until you eventually do. Be patient with it. Now, this is actually where we're going to stop for today and just have you do this. In reality, we're not actually going to play the flute on puzz. This is just a really fantastic way to help you find and get your sound and develop your sound. Eventually, we're going to use tonguing, so a little two to help you create the sound like this. But that, my friends, is material for lesson 2, because for now, I just want you to develop that embouchure, settle your sound, and find your sound in the first place. Now, this video actually forms part of our Smart Start Beginner program, a program designed specifically for adult flutists to learn this beautiful instrument. And one of the big benefits of this program is that you get some live interaction from posting videos, from being part of live classes to help you along this journey so that you don't have to do it completely on your own. The details to the program are down below, so you can go ahead and join us there so that we can help you find your most beautiful sound. Have fun with this. Have fun finding and exploring your tone. In the next video, we're going to spend some time having some fun with just this head joint, being a bit creative, and teaching you some other really critical skills that you need before we put the whole flute together and start playing. I cannot emphasize how important it is for you to develop your sound right now, so please do not be tempted to just put your flute together and try and rush ahead. Be patient, be curious, enjoy this process, and I'll see you over in the next video.